Okay, what are we at, guys, today? The 4th of May? Something like that, 5-4. What, Cinco de Mayo tomorrow? I don't know. How do you like it? Bruno! I love that post. I love that post. Oh, man. Not that I don't like the other posts, guys, but this is why. That one's a little close to my heart, because I've been going and studying things on this conspiracy theory, metaphysical, esoteric, Illuminati stuff since I was 15 years old, guys. I'd go to Manly P. Hall lectures when I was 15 years old. I couldn't even drive. I didn't even have a driver's license. People would have to drop me off or stay there with me for the lecture. And I've been there, Bruno. I've been there. You're so... like your thinking is going this way and that way and over here and up there, and you don't know what to do with it. One of your comment was, "I feel like I know nothing now," and I'm only laughing because I've been there, so I know what you're feeling, and that's why I'm gonna. And I've had to put topics down for years sometimes. I've had to put topics down for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then later I'll pick it up and start working on it again to figure it out. And I'll get a little tip from somebody that I know or hear something at a party and then go, "Oh shit, that's what this means." Hey, I know, I've been there. I have been there. I have been the student. I have been there. So what I want to talk today, I want to clarify that video, okay, the Lucifer Osiris video. I got the link below, Lord of the World or something like that. Okay. There's two schools. There is the Luciferian school, and then there's the school of Osiris. Osiris represents the forces of light, the forces of good, the alliance, the resistance, whatever you want to call it. Lucifer represents the side of the bad, okay? This battle between the two has been going on for eons. It's been going on for a long time. Osiris is the one that told Lucifer before he went to the dark side, he said, "Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Because if you do it, I'm going to have to fight you. And I don't want to do this." And they were actually really, really good friends. And so that was broken. And that's what started the whole war, conflict, confrontation, whatever you want to call it. And now it's coming to an end. And the victor, or the one that remains, or the energy forces that will continue on, are the light forces. And the light forces with Osiris. Okay? The coming of Osiris has been documented in many religions, from the second coming of Christ to the return of the Maitreya, the return of Quetzalcoatl, the incarnation of the 10th Buddha. Many religions all over the world, they all talk about it. Well, that's what they're referring to, okay? And the Illuminati thought that, and the Illuminati have their own religion that speaks of the same thing. It's consistent through all religions. They all talk about this, just like the flood, okay? So the Illuminati wanted their person, their boy, their guy, Lucifer. Well, he didn't make it. Osiris made it. The battle has gone to him, so to speak. And he is the representative in physical form that is going to come to the world and set everything straight. Because one thing that is consistent or apparent in this world right now is that there is confusion everywhere. Everything is fucked up. Everything is fucked up. And I'm using that word deliberately because it's so bad. Nothing works. Nothing works. Do you know that about a month ago, I called a major university in Southern California and I talked to their English department and I wanted to know someone that they would recommend that could write a resume. I called the English fucking department, okay? They gave me instructors that teach resume classes on how to write resumes. Do you know that I contacted those fucking instructors? They didn't have anybody that they could refer to me to write a resume? Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot believe it. You university are in the business of education, teaching, directing, guiding, helping students. And you, English department, don't have anybody to write a fucking resume? Holy, unbelievable. But it's just the indication of how badly we need Osiris, how badly we need the Alliance, how badly we need help, how badly this planet needs to fucking heal. But Osiris is going to be the guy that gets in front of the public, that's actually the spokesperson, the artist, the architect, the saint, the helper, the healer, the athlete, the poet, the whatever you want it to be, because he's everything all together. And so when the video talks about the September 15th or 14th, 2015, it's all this calamity, and it measures the pyramid and everything's correctly done at that time, and it relates to 1776. Okay, look, time out. Throw all that away, okay? Throw it all away. Take a vague little portion of that, and what that means is that the pyramid measurements are corresponding to Osiris's birthday, okay? So I would think that by September of this year, Osiris should be sort of like around sort of maybe the fringes of the media. I don't know, but that date that they're representing correlates to Osiris's birthday. Okay, so it's written in the code of the pyramid. All right, so the mathematics, the astrology, the astronomy, everything correlates, and the religions, to the return of the Great One. And the return of the Great One is the representative of the Alliance, the space humans. He is the perfect embodiment of human form. Okay? All right, now, let's see, where do I want to go with this now? Osiris, oh, that's where I want to go. Okay, and if you might ask, why in the fuck should we be listening to you? Why in the hell should we listen to what you have to say? Well, I've already predicted the return of Christ being energies, or the input of Christ being energies, months ago. Look at what I wrote on August 8th, 2014. The link is right there. Look at it. Look at what I wrote. What did I say? The Christ energy being is upon us. The temple is born today. And I said there's a female that's coming in, and she's going to have Persia. She's going to be from Persia. She's going to be in Persian descent, something to that effect. Okay. What happens 4 or 5 months later? What did Cobra say? Don Mu, I think that's the correct name. There's a link below. Look at what he said. Just teleported from some distant freaking galaxy. And where is she living? Where is she living? In China. Okay, female energy, China, Persia, that area of Iran and Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan and all those, that's Persia, okay? It borders China. I predicted it 4 or 5 months before Cobra verified it, okay? So to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, piss in the fucking wind. And if you don't want to believe me, then don't fucking believe me. But this is real. This is what's going to happen. And there is this individual coming in, and you're going to know him by how he talks. I will tell you that right now. You will know he's like a Muhammad Ali, Tupac Shakur, but he's got a feminine energy balance to him that's so humanitarian. It's like Tupac Shakur, Muhammad Ali, and Mother Teresa all put together. That's exactly what he is. And he is a verbal Shakespearean I can't explain it. For example, it's almost like, remember when Eminem came out and Eminem's rap skills were so much better than anybody else? Eminem, the first 2 albums, he blew doors on everybody. He was so fucking good that people's jaws dropped. People didn't even know what to do with it because it was so fucking good. It's almost like when Jimi Hendrix came on the scene. Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and I think Jeff Beck all had a meeting when Jimi Hendrix started to play, and they all agreed, damn, if this guy continues, we're in trouble. Okay, it's just the same thing. It's the same thing. But this is Osiris, and Osiris is a communicator. Osiris is a verbal master. A million fucking times over. Don't try and fuck with him verbally, because he's gonna rip you to fucking shreds. He has the enthusiasm of Tupac, okay? He's got the verbal skills of Muhammad Ali. He's a trash talker if he wants to be. But then he's a humanitarian like Mother Teresa. So there's gonna be, if someone needs to get tongue lashed and ripped apart, don't go up against him. Don't bad move. But then again, when there's healing that needs to take place, and a charity needs to be started, or some type of movement to heal the world, there comes the Mother Teresa to assist in everything. And he's very kind, he's very gentle in that regard, because he's got a lot of female energy in him, but he's got a lot of male energy in him too. So if somebody needs to get fucking, you know, knocking out all bums, Muhammad Ali, all right? Okay, look out. He's gonna rip you to shreds. There's nobody can talk like him. Nobody. And one of his objectives is going to be, in the trash talking realm, is to take motherfuckers out there that have been a disaster, a disgrace, the worst of the worst. Let's take Donald Trump, for example. Donald Trump, bitch-ass Trump, he's got his name all over casinos and hotels and buildings in New York and, you know, high-rises in Las Vegas. Oh, Donald Trump, he's the greatest person in the world. With all his fucking money, how come there isn't like a Trump, you know, feed the poor, shelter? How come there's not a Trump like, let's, you know, put art back in schools program? How come there isn't a Trump, you know, homeless place for the blind or something, or for the people with mental disorders or something, or people that are on dope, or people that are really struggling? Why isn't his name on that? But what his name is on is a bitch-ass, high-priced, bourgeois motherfucking school. So you can go and spend fucking $50,000 a goddamn semester. Oh, he could do that. Well, why can't you help the fucking poor? Why can't you help the fucking weak? You know what it is? Because he's a bitch, and he needs to get tongue lashed. I mean, verbally brought across the coals for not being a real human. And that's what's going to happen. And that is what it is. If I haven't answered all the questions, put it in the comments, guys. All the links are below. Take a look at it. I predicted the Christ energy being before Cobra was talking about it 4 or 5 months prior. Also, to backtrack again, Lucifer and Osiris go back long time, millions and millions of years. They were the best of friends, because Lucifer and Osiris were both light beings, okay? All right? And Lucifer decided to turn to the dark side. And before Lucifer turned to the dark, Osiris told him, look, buddy, pal, friend, honestly, from my heart, okay, from my guts, don't do this. Don't do this, because I'm going to have to fight you. And I don't want to fight you. I'm going to have to fight you. Don't do... He begged him. He begged him. And then when Lucifer fucking did what he did, it was on. He couldn't. He had to turn his back. So there's... From Osiris's point of view, okay? Listen to me very carefully now. There is an energy that's going to come out of him because of what he had to go through with Lucifer, because he loved him as a friend, and he had to turn his back on him. So all that pent-up energy, all that pent-up frustration, all that pent-up, goddamn, why didn't you fucking listen to me? You motherfucker, when I told you, idiot, is going to come back into this world as help, as guidance, as energy, as enthusiasm, as art, as architecture, as whatever it possibly can go to. And there's no end to where it can go to, because that energy has to come back around into this world and into this dimension. And that's what's going to happen. So, the light of the world, that is Osiris. That is the second coming. And that's what I predicted, because the top Christ child is Osiris. But there's also other Christ children that are like his compadres, like his support group. He bounces ideas off them. He talks to them. And these individuals live in temple. They live in temple. No, and no one understands it. People say, oh, they just want a big space to live and they need all of this, luxury and all of this high design. And no. They have to live in big buildings, okay, in big spaces, because their auras are like 60 feet tall, sometimes even more than that. And they can't, if you put them in a regular building or regular house, they feel cramped because their auras are so fucking big and strong and energetic that they have to live in these big spaces, literally. And when Osiris talks, you watch him talk. This might take 5 years. This might take 7 years. I don't know. But I know that when he gets up and talks, you watch the colors start arcing off his body. You watch the angels that appear behind him, on the side of him, that start zipping through the room. People are going to freak fucking out. But it's necessary because humanity needs to take that step. And humanity needs to understand what the potential of humanity, human beings, are. That's why he's here. He's not here to show off. He's not here to be to fulfill his own needs. He sacrificed. He don't need fucking nothing. You know how high of a dimension he came from to deal with people, average people? It's not about him. It's about giving an example so that the whole world sees what they can become. And that's one of the reasons, another reason why that this temple, they live in temple, and that's why you have like the high-level Illuminati that live in these big, huge fucking houses, like the Queen living in Buckingham Palace, like 3 people that live there with like 300 servants also. They're trying to mimic the Christ energy people. They're trying to mimic the Christ energy temple goers, advanced students, advanced beings that have crossed through into the light and have achieved oneness with the universe. That's what they're trying to mimic, okay? But the real people that live in these big, for lack of a better word, palaces, that's pretty much what they are. And the Christ energy beings need the resonance of marble. They need the resonance of the stone. It's like they reverberate with it. And that's one of the secret meanings of gold. Because what the Christ beings can do is take 500 tons of gold, put it in a room, put them in it where they can walk around on it, or the walls are adorned with it, and they become supercharged. They become super dynamic. And they can solve any problem, any distortion, anything that comes their way. Plus the energy that they put out supercharges the whole world. It's like a super conductor. All right, that's enough, guys. I'm overloaded. That's why I waited so long to make this video. I knew it was going to be a big one. And if I haven't been going through what I've been going through with all these ships going up there nightly and all this stuff, I don't think I would have been able to get through this. But you know, that's the reason why I haven't been able to do it. I just had to be in the right frame of mind. I've been too busy, and it's a big topic. It's a big topic. Nobody else is talking about it. Only me. All right. Oh, Bruno, you made my day when I read that. Peace.